Hi Witchlings, it's Chaotic Witch Aunt. Happy holiday season. Yule, I believe, may still be going if you're a Norse pagan. The winter solstice was last week. Christmas was yesterday. I have to look and see when Hanukkah ends. I know it started, I believe, a couple weeks ago or a week ago. Overall, there's a lot of really good stuff happening. A lot of exciting things. Yeah, and so not only did I receive a wonderful Yule box, which I have some of the things here, from an Etsy store called Factio Magicious, I also received other amazing items that I'm going to be going over in this video. Not only the gifts from my family and friends, but promo stuff that I received just before holiday season, all this fun stuff. So this is like December witchy favorites, except at the end of December, because I'm bad at remembering things. So the first thing you'll see is me opening the Yule box. In it, we've had a lot of really awesome stuff. And then you'll see me with my Christmas presents and then other promo things. So I hope you stick around for the whole thing. I will have a book of the month that I'll be talking about, that we're reading in the Patreon book club, which is super exciting. And yeah. This is very nice. I got some stickers and a 10% off my next purchase, which is lovely. Wow, okay, so I got something for a DIY witch's ball, a smoke bundle, and a Yuletide mist. I love that. Yuletide. See, I feel like the term Yuletide just rings so much better than Christmas. Lavender, geranium, cedarwood, and patchouli. I'm gonna put this on. Oh, that smells really good. It went in my ear. We're not going to pretend that didn't happen. This is the smoke bundle. Yep. I do love a good, herb bundle. One of my favorite things. I don't know what this is. This feels like it could be stuff for the witch's ball. I'm going to make a witch's ball right now. Soap! Handmade eucalyptus and peppermint. That's hot. Handmade soap. This was sent to me by the lovely Robin Williams. They contacted me earlier this year, asked if I wanted to receive one, and I was like, oh my god, please. I've never received a Sabbath box. This is a great start, to be honest. I love it. This is the stuff to go in it. Yeah. Cloves. Rose petals. Oh, they're all bags. I love them. Ruby chips. That's hot. I love this. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Alright, here's what I have to add from my own stock. I have some of my handmade protection mix that I use in all my candles, which I'm gonna... Some bee pollen. Juniper berries. Bundle of rue that was gifted to me from a friend. My witch's ball. All done. That's why I think this is so exciting. I'm so happy. I love this. Okay. So I am a pagan. I celebrate both the winter solstice, which I typically just call the winter solstice, and Christmas. And the reason I celebrate Christmas is because my family has always celebrated Christmas, even though we're not super religious. My mama's family was Roman Catholic, so it was very big. Christmas Eve get-togethers were huge. We would always go to them when I was younger. And my dad's side is Southern Baptist, so Christmas was really important there as well. And for us, Christmas is less about a Christian holiday and more about us being together as family, showing appreciation for each other, spending the day with each other. And I feel like as I connect with my ancestors and work to reclaim my heritage, I feel like there's enough room for both Christmas and the winter solstice together in my holiday season. And I got this button that says Witches Love Jars, which is the best thing ever. This is from Portland Button Works. I'm going to link them below because they have such an amazing curated thing. Their books are amazing. Their buttons are amazing. I love them completely. And then I got not one, not two, but 7 jars just empty jars to go with my Witches Love Jars button. My mom cleaned these herself for me to use, which is literally just the best thing ever. So this is one of my favorite gifts. Of course, I got some books. So this is actually Portland Button Works, where I got that button that says Witches Love Jars, also has a really great book selection, like an occult book selection. And that is where I got this book, Traditional Witchcraft, A Cornish Book of Ways, which we are reading currently in our Patreon book club, which my Patreon is linked below. You can check out all the tiers. We have a Discord, a book club, mentorship, monthly tarot tips, etc. It's really a wonderful community of people. And this is actually, I'm really interested in it because not only does it have a lot of different powders and like stones and explains it, it really goes in and helps understand Cornwall and witchcraft in Cornwall, doing exactly what they did back then. It talks about traditional witchcraft as it pertains to the land and folk magic. It's a wonderful book, and there is just a lot of really great conversations to have about it, which we will be having in the book club. And overall, if you're not even in the book club or you're not interested in the book club, this is a great book to get just to have. Yeah, and I'm really excited. It was recommended to me. It's got really good reviews. The other book I have is really small, but it's Book Spells, Blessings, and Folk Magic by Carol Jakowski. She is a nun, which is interesting. So for those who don't know, I am studying Italian folk magic and working to reclaim my family heritage as an Italian American. My great-grandma was an Italian folk healer. My Nana was technically an Italian folk healer, even though she didn't do as much as my great-grandma because of the assimilation into America. I grew up with Italian superstitions, Italian beliefs, even though we didn't grow up Catholic. The author of Italian Folk Magic, Mary Grace Farren, which is one of the books that really assisted me as I'm, moving forward to learn about folk Catholicism and folk magic, really recommended this book. And it goes over a lot of different blessings, prayers, a few morning prayer, a happy birthday spell. It's got the Hail Mary, the Blessed Works of Mercy, a safe travel blessing, ancestor blessing, which I need, St. Francis pet blessing, there's a Rosh Hashanah blessing, St. Anthony's in here, the Lord's Prayer, 9 Saturdays fertility spell, all of these amazing things. And she actually spent, most of her time not only as a nun, but with people who were Jewish and celebrating Jewish holidays and Wiccan and celebrating Wiccan holidays. So she comes forward talking about prayer and what prayer is to a lot of people. Even people who are spiritual and not Catholic are felt pulled to prayer. And it's wonderful. Talking about sacred places and sacred space. And these are just spells that, I think are really important for me to learn. Like, actually, I love the bookstore. My mom got this button and that book from so much that I ordered 3 more books from them on Christmas. As a little treat to myself. I got the Tradition of Household Spirits, Ancestral Lore and Practices. Because, as you know, I have a house spirit, and household spirits are big in Italian folk magic as well as other places. Demons and spirits of the land, ancestral lore and practices, and then honoring your ancestors, a guide to ancestral veneration. Really exciting, and I just think these are, it's a great, they have so many other books. My wish list has 9 books on it. So please know that this is a small kind of, I consider it a small business. It's not necessarily small, but it does have a set amount of books in stock. So when you go to order, if something's out of stock, it'll be back in at a certain point. It's not Amazon where they have like 100 copies. They have like between 3 and 8, which is why I really chose the books that I wanted to order carefully, and I'm waiting to order more so we don't overwhelm the store. Overall, fantastic Christmas Day find. Absolutely in love with them. It's a great place to buy books if you're not supporting Amazon like me. And then, so I got 3 tarot decks. So this was given to me today from someone who I went to high school with, who I've recently gotten back in contact with. I absolutely love it. She totally didn't have to get me a gift, but it's called the Literary Witches Oracle. If you don't know, I'm an English major. I love books. Books are kind of my favorite thing, and that's why I have so many witch books. So this is an oracle deck that has not only famous authors like Emily Dickinson, Charlotte Perkins, but has symbolism like witches' materials. So ghost, eye, glove, there's a hedgehog, and I'll show you the cards as well. Really just a beautiful set. This is the back. Here is one of the cards. We have like the apple. And the cardstock is really nice. It's textured, which I typically prefer my cardstock to be textured. It's really beautiful artwork. I love the symbolism in it. And you can see some of the symbolism and the materials come forward into these kind of things. This is Toni Morrison of different ethnicities, backgrounds, time periods, which I adore. And the other two I got were tarot decks. So typical major arcana, minor arcana structure. The first one is the Darkwood Tarot, which I've had my eye on for a while, by Sasha Graham. And I absolutely love this book. It's really thick. It has all kind of like the bigger art in it. So here is Six of Wands art. So just kind of pulling this out to show you guys. So these cards are a little bit more slippery, which they're beautiful enough that I don't mind. As I use them on more, like I did with the Modern Witch, they should get a little bit more textured and worn. Right now they're so pretty, I almost don't want to mess with them. Here's an example with the Eight of Wands. The Fool, one of my favorite cards in this deck. So, and the Ten of Pentacles. Very, very similar to the kind of animal oracle when I originally got it. Very smooth. Sun. I just absolutely love the art in it. I love it. It's kind of like a gothic illustration, and it's just, oh yeah, extra dose of delicious darkness. Big kind of emphasis on the shadow self and understanding the shadow self. And then, probably my favorite deck that I got, the Tarot of the Divine. I'm so excited for this. So, this is a tarot deck that is inspired by deities, folklore, and fairy tales from all around the world. It's by Yoshi Yoshitani. I get chills opening it. Absolutely adore this deck. It's gorgeous. It's vibrant. It's diverse. There are stories in here from all over the world. Everywhere from Russia to Italy to everywhere. This is from China, and this is Judgment. So that's just kind of what some of the cards look like. This is the Sun. This is Ra. The Moon. So there's even one of my favorite cards in here is the Two of Cups, which is Enkidu and Gilgamesh. But here's like the Devil and the Tower. It's just such a vibrant deck. It's well structured. It's very textured. Absolutely gorgeous. This is Fenrir from Norse mythology. I love the style. I love the way it looks. I love the way it feels. I love the history behind it. Definitely one of my favorite decks I think that I've ever received, just based on how gorgeous it is. And it's just wonderful to not only learn about these wonderful like legends and deities from across the world, but it's such a beautiful deck. You can tell so much thought went into choosing the deities and the folklore to match with each card. And I love that. I love when you can feel how much work was put into it and how much kind of research was done. So yeah, absolutely in love with that. Other than that, I did talk kind of a little bit about what I did for Yule and the winter solstice on my TikTok, but I will show you guys here too. So I got a lovely package from my friend Lotus, and I'm going to tag her Etsy below. I got some mushroom earrings, which I'm not wearing right now, as well as these little baby pumpkins. They're glass blown, which is wonderful. So those are there. And I got this, and I also got a candle that was handmade, but my favorite piece that I got from her was this wood burned box. This has Freya imagery with the cat and Cronos imagery and my personal sigil on the side, and in it I turned it into a manifestation box on the winter solstice with the Great Conjunction. So in it we have salt, 2 manifestation spells, the ones I said on the winter solstice with some cinnamon, and an old one in black. In here I also have 3 rabbit heels, pieces of ruby, carnelian, lapis lazuli, and the bottom is lined with salt. I also have a cat whisker in here. Basically a bunch of things to set my manifestations into motion, keep them charged, and I keep this on my desk right underneath my Labradorite palm stone. So it's consistently kind of being thought about and considered and activated, which I love. I love how much work was put into the box, but I love the winter solstice. I love planting seeds for next year. But yeah, that's kind of everything. I have a few more things coming from friends, even though I told them not to get me anything. I don't need a lot of stuff. I don't like when people get me a lot of gifts. But yeah, so the book for this month is definitely Traditional Witchcraft, which we are reading in the Patreon book club, so you are more than welcome to check out our Patreon below. Even if you can't afford the $12 tier, which is the book club, you can still have access to the Discord for $6 a month. And the store of the month is obviously Lotus's store, which will be linked below. There's a discount code, Chaotic20, that you can use for 20% off. I'm also going to link 2 more stores, so 3 stores get attention, one of which is my friend Hexco's store. She has been so amazing in my journey. She sent me blessed bones, she sends me candles, she sent me like my candles for Mary, so I can honor her. She consistently sends me amazing things. She sent me some rue too, which my ancestors loved. And she always sends me bolsas or bruja bolsas, which are basically bruja bags, protection bags, good luck bags, etc. She does amazing community work. She's a bruja for hire. And the other person is that Witchy dude on TikTok. He is currently in kind of a tight financial situation with his family, and I just want everyone to be able to support him. He is a legit root worker, a legit hoodoo practitioner. He's a conjurer. And I did an order from him recently that I'll be showing on TikTok, but right now he's kind of in a tough situation. They're trying to not lose their farm, and he's a great guy. And I think that it's really important that we, around this time of year, as we kind of move into the new year, show not only amazing small indigenous businesses and amazing people, but people in need, the kind of love that they deserve. Off, just relax. I'm back to my normal self, really chipper, really hyper. And I'm really excited for all the good things to come out of this channel in the new year. Like, that's crazy. Basically, too, I think I'm going to set up my astral projection video for next week. Even though this is a December Witchy Favorites, we can mark it for January as well. So this is December, January Witchy Favorites. Maybe I'll do the Witchy Favorites every other month instead of every month. Maybe I'll lessen a little bit. But yeah, in the comments, if you have any questions, anything like that, let me know. Let me know what you did for the holiday season. Did you celebrate the winter solstice? Are you celebrating Yule? Do you celebrate Christmas? Do you celebrate Hanukkah? Let me know what you're doing. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for staying through the whole video if you did. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn your notifs on if you want. No pressure. Drink water, and have a good rest of your day.